Good morning, everyone. Keith Johnson, CPA here with your business beat for May 17th, 2021. Of course, today is tax day, and so I'll be having Taxman by the Beatles drumming through my head most of the day, I think, on auto renew or auto play anyway. No, actually, I've got everything pretty much done. I do have one client, tax client today. My other clients are the Florida Tax Credit Scholarship schools that I've also got to get out in the next, at least get some testing done in the next couple of weeks. Big news today came out first thing this morning is that the Biden administration and the IRS released the guidelines for the payment, the advanced child tax credit payment. Now, if you remember, the child tax credit was enhanced on a one-year basis through the American Rescue Act, which was passed a couple of months ago. And was responsible for the $1,400 extra stimulus check. So anyway, what happened was the provisions within the stimulus or within that law said that half of the benefits would go to families on a monthly basis between July and December, and then the other half would be claimed on the 2021 return. Now, these credits, the enhanced credits, are based on joint incomes, married filing joint, of under 150, single 75. Of course, if you have children, by definition, you'd be pretty much head of household. So it'd be 112,500. So, so the way it's going to work, it's going to start July 15th. The intent, the IRS says they can meet the deadline. What they are doing is they're going to set up, use the same checks, the direct deposit information and all of that you used for either your tax refunds or your stimulus. So you've got that. Plus, you have some provisions in there for families who don't necessarily have bank accounts. They might be homeless. They might be, they don't owe tax, so they never had to file. There's a million different reasons. So what they would do is they're setting up a portal within the website. It's not up yet, but they're going to set up a portal within www.irs.gov, sort of like last year when we had the first stimulus and there was the rush to enter your tax information. They called it like a zero tax refund just so you could get the stimulus. So that will probably be coming out within the next, I'd say 4, 5, 6 weeks, somewhere around there. The credit is fully refundable, which means that if you owe no tax and your primary tax bill is zero before withholdings and credits, then you still get the money. Whereas before, with child tax credit was a non-refundable credit in some cases, which meant that if you didn't owe tax, if you had low enough income that you owe no tax, you didn't get it. In this case, it is fully refundable. Now, this is a one-year deal as of right now. There is the American Families Act that's out there that's proposed to extend this through 2025. So my advice is just watch the news. We'll see what happens. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go. Nobody does. But we'll keep monitoring the news. We're just seeing the stuff I've read this morning. They said all these economic experts, they said it's going to pull children out of poverty. I mean, it's going to help. I mean, anything helps with food. It's going to help. However, raising first off, it's only 6 months. So it's, the change, it may temporarily ease some things, but it's a 6 month credit. And basically all you're doing is you're moving money around because you're claiming half of the child tax credit in July through December. So it's not like you're gonna get the full credit anyway next year. You're just getting a portion of it now. You're not getting more of it, which would be needed to lift people out of poverty. Now, again, you got food to buy and roof over your head, rent to pay. I get it. So it's better than nothing. I just don't see how I agree with the lifting, the families out of poverty, because they're not getting that much more money to really make a difference. It helps, but it's not going to achieve the objectives that the administration. But then again, both sides of the equation, both Democrats and Republicans, administrations going back decades and centuries have said the same stuff. They said, "Oh yeah, this is supposed to do this, it's supposed to do this," and it never does. So it's not a political statement. It's just realistic. I mean, Trump tax cuts. They said that the tax cuts would pay for themselves. Obviously, they didn't. So, I mean, it works both ways. So it helps, but I don't see it as a huge. I don't see much change coming out of it, to be quite honest. Let's see. Outside of that, just make sure that your taxes are in. Either your tax form or an extension. As I think I have one client today that will qualify. Needs to get his taxes in, so get that in. But you have until 11:59 tonight. So as long as if you file e-file, it's timestamped before midnight, or as long as it's postmarked by midnight. Now, if you're going to send it through the mail, I definitely recommend certified return receipt, just to make sure that you can prove that they got it. So, it's going to cost a few extra dollars, but it's going to give you a lot better peace of mind. And of course, just you can go to irs.gov and take care of it too. So just make sure you do it by midnight if you haven't done it already. And on that, I think we're good. So you all have a great day, and we will come back to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.